So it kicks off with this Swahili proverb. Hang on, let me get it right. Akili Ni Nywele, kila mtu ana zake.
Ah, yes. Intelligence is like hair. Every person has his or her own. It's a lovely way to start.
It really is. What did you make of that as an opener?
Well, it's so elegant, isn't it? It captures something fundamental, that intelligence isn't this one single thing. It's diverse.
Like hair. Everyone's is different.
Exactly. Unique to each person. And the document smartly links this straight away to Howard Gardner's theory of multiple intelligences, citing Dr. Serhat Kurt's outline of it.
Right, and Gardner's definition, as it's presented here, it's broader than just like test scores, isn't it?
Oh, much broader. It talks about the ability to actually solve problems you face in life.
Okay.
And the capacity to learn new things, to really understand something.
And that third part, having skills that are useful to the community, that feels important, like creating a product or service.
Precisely. It's a much more, I think, inclusive view. It values different kinds of smarts that different cultures might prioritize. Makes you think.
It does. How we even define intelligence in, say, our school systems.
Yeah, are we measuring all the right things? The proverb sets that stage beautifully.
Mm-hmm.
And then the document shifts gears a bit.
The challenges.
Specifically, educational challenges in the global South. And it notes these were, well, made worse by the pandemic.
Yeah, I saw the mention of a 2022 ROFFEKE report and that hashtag edumental. That really hits home the mental health aspect.
It does. Education isn't just about books and facts. It's about the whole person, their well-being.
Especially during something like the pandemic.
And tied to these challenges, there is that statistic from Audrey Azoulay at UNESCO. It's pretty stark.
Remind me.
7 out of 10 children in low and middle income countries by age 10 can't read and understand a simple text.
Wow. 7 out of 10.
Yeah. It highlights the sheer scale of the issue, doesn't it? The need for real effective action.
That's quite sobering, thinking about what that means for their futures, for their communities. It's a massive barrier.
A huge barrier. And this is kind of where ROFFEKE's approach comes in, as presented in the document.
The knowledge sharing.
Yes. They frame it as a positive action, sharing knowledge from their alumni around the world.
Acknowledging they can't fix everything, but they can do this.
It feels very practical, very grassroots, using the resources you actually have within your network.
Right. And it reminded me of that Stanley McChrystal quote they included about information only having value if you give it to people who can use it.
Yeah, the bit about sharing is power instead of knowledge is power.
Exactly. What does that shift mean to you? Sharing is power.
Well, it flips the script, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Instead of hoarding information, like it's a scarce commodity, it suggests its power actually grows when you share it. It becomes generative. The document talks about democratizing learning this way.
Making it accessible, breaking down walls.
Yeah. Which seems crucial, given that reading statistic we just talked about.
Absolutely. And the document points to the ROFFEKE interviews themselves as examples of this shared knowledge in action.
Covering that whole range, again, acting, screenwriting, mental health. Yeah, it shows that valuable learning isn't just one thing. It's diverse. Practical skills, emotional intelligence, creative expression. It all counts.
It's a good point. Education isn't just the classroom. It's lifelong, happens everywhere.
And it's interesting to see the parallel with what's happening on a bigger stage. UNESCO, the member states making new commitments.
Right, those conferences mentioned, Barcelona and Marrakech, pushing for transformation in education.
It all ties into that theme for the 2023 International Day of Education they highlighted.
Let me see. To invest in people, prioritize education.
Simple, direct, powerful.
Very. And then to make it really concrete, there's that story from Bayou Bennett.
Oh yes, her teaching experience in Amman, Jordan. That was quite a compelling piece.
What stood out for you there?
Well, it really drove home how vital cultural awareness and just basic human connection are in teaching. She talked about facing prejudice initially.
Right.
But she didn't let it stop her. She focused on delivering the best education she could, and eventually she built trust. She felt accepted, seen, as she put it.
That's powerful. It shows education breaking down barriers, not just imparting facts.
Exactly. It's about opening minds, fostering understanding. Her final thought was about education, showing people new ways to live, creating a path to a brighter future.
It really emphasizes the transformative side of learning, doesn't it? Beyond just skills, it's about perspective shifts, empathy.
And you can see how that connects right back to the ROFFEKE motto.
Friendship, fun, and freedom.
Yeah. If you have lifelong learning, fueled by shared knowledge, diverse views, a supportive community, those outcomes seem, well, possible, maybe even likely.
Okay, so we've covered a lot from this document. Stepping back, what are the main takeaways sticking with you?
For me, it's really two big things. First, that Swahili proverb idea, recognizing the unique intelligence in everyone.
Akili Ni Nywele.
Right. And second, the immense power of sharing knowledge, especially as a way to tackle those really significant global education challenges we discussed. It's about individual potential meeting collective action.
And that sharing idea, like McChrystal said, it's sharing power, really, making knowledge and therefore opportunity more accessible, more equitable.
It really reinforces that theme.
Okay.
Investing in education is investing in people, fundamentally.
So a final thought maybe for our listeners, drawing from all this.
Yeah, perhaps something to mull over. We've talked about shared knowledge, diverse intelligence, so maybe think, what's one small way you could share something you know, or intentionally learn from someone with a totally different viewpoint?
Like in your own community or workplace?
Exactly. What understanding could that spark? What barriers, even small ones, might start to break down if we all did a little bit of that?
That's a great question to end on. Definitely something to think about.